Hello everyone, I'm Anne-Marie
And I'm Sally.
and welcome to another Ice Variety Show.
And talking about ice variety shows, Anne-Marie, you have won the last two variety shows,
Yeah.
which was impressive, very good.
Yeah.
But I feel the need to try and win one
Yeah.
and even the scores a bit.
Yeah, the competition is on for sure.
So I've decided to take us on a trip.
Ooh, okay, where are we going?
Yeah, we're going to go to a nearby forest, not too far away from Silverton, a lovely National Trust forest, and we're going to do some forest bingo.
Oh, cool.
Yes, so I have prepared 2 bingo sheets and we have already picked them at random, those watching, and we're going to show you them here. Now, on these bingo sheets there are lots of different things that we can see if we can find in the forest as we walk around.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is give us 15 minutes when we get there.
Okay.
We're each going to go off and film and try and find as many things on our sheets as we can.
This is good, sounds exciting.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to a good explore and adventure.
Excellent, all right, well, let's jump to the forest. Hey everyone, hi, we are here in the lovely, lovely forest. We've got our little bingo cards here and we're going to go and see who can fill in as many squares on their card in 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
As possible. So we're going to meet back here by these big tree stumps in 15 minutes time and we'll see who's the winner. So see you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Okay, I'm just heading off. Anne's over there. Let's go and see what we can see. I haven't actually been to this forest for a long time, so I have no idea where I'm going, which will probably make the going off the beaten track, which is the middle one here, pretty easy. So what can I find?
Well, the good news is I've got one already because I need to take a selfie on a tree stump. So I'm going to very carefully get myself on this lovely tree stump. Oh, it's very bright. Okay, I'm going to take the picture. Be right back.
I've just been walking a little bit and I found evidence of conkers, I think. We got some spiky kind of casings, but I don't actually see any that are remaining. So I wonder if I have a good look around. I wonder which tree this is from. Because they don't look like normal conkers, they're more spiky than the ones I've seen before. Very cool though. But can I actually find any of the innards? That's what I'd like to find, because... Oh! What's this? It's tiny, but... I mean, that counts as a conker, doesn't it? It's a very small, very odd-looking conker, but it's got the shininess. So I think that passes the challenge, but... Oh, what's that? Yes, that's a bit more conker-like. Find a conker? Done. Aha! So just found my conker, which I feel really good about, and I've already got mud on my sheet, so that shows we've probably been out in the woods. And now I think I'm going to try and find 3 different types of colour leaves, because it's autumn, so it's the perfect time to do that. So I'm going to have a good look around and I'll come back in when I find some.
Okay everyone, one of my bingo squares is to say hello to a songbird, and somewhere up there is a songbird, so hello songbird. I hope you can hear it. It's up there somewhere. Hello, happy autumn. I think it heard me. Excellent. I'm going to tick that one off.
So I was on my way to find some coloured leaves when I came across these. Berries! I found them. Now I'm not going to eat them because I know it's not safe to eat berries that you don't know about, but I think that covers my getting berries. So find some berries, don't eat them on my list. Tick.
Okay, so I found lots of chestnuts but no acorns, which is what I really need for my thing, but I have one interesting leaf of the 3 that I need to find, so I'm heading deeper into the forest. Wow, look at all the colours, all the yellows and oranges and the browns and the reds, some green still. Ooh, I found a really muddy part. That wasn't on my bingo list. There's the dangers of filming outside. There are many hazards and pitfalls. You must keep a wary eye out on the forest. Oh, there were loads of leaves. Look. Okay, I'm sure among all of these leaves I can find some more interesting ones to go with this one. Okay, I'll be right back.
This is a lovely forest. You can hear all the birds singing in the trees. It's just really peaceful. I think sometimes when we live in the city, and I live in the middle of Exeter, it can be really loud and really busy, and it's good just to get away to the country and just to enjoy everything that God has given us. He's given us a lot of beautiful things, hasn't he? I especially love the trees. I think they're so tall, really, really tall. I don't know if you can see how tall they are, but it makes me feel quite small. Sometimes it's quite nice to feel quite small. Right, I'm looking for some funky coloured leaves still. What can I find? Oh, I'm in the forest still, and there is a lot of mud. The whole path is mud because it rained a lot last night, and my shoes are fairly clean, but I don't know how clean they're going to be after I've gone through all this mud. So wish me luck.
Okay, I have found 3 interesting shaped leaves. I've got a really cool long thin one. I've got the one here that I had before that's got all the cool patterns at the edges, and then this it's hard to show. This one here is really interesting shape too. So 3 interestingly shaped leaves. I've dropped my pen. Oh no! I hope I can find it. It's orange in amongst all the orange leaves. I better find it so I can cross this one off.
Alright, I've been looking at different coloured leaves, and I've got a cool reddy browny one here and a lovely green one. I didn't pick that, I found that on the floor, and now a kind of yellowy one. So I think that covers that brief. Find 3 different colour of leaf. I think that's a tick. Right, what have I got next on my list? Oh, poke something spongy, wave to a squirrel. Well, I haven't seen any squirrels yet, but who knows, there might be one. And discover a perfect place to make a cool den. Maybe I should have a look for that one. Let's have a look and see what I can find. So, here we go. I'm actually on a bit of a path here, which is quite nice, because I got through quite a bit of mud earlier. What can I find? Is there a good place to make a den? There's some big trees, some very big trees behind me, quite spiky trees. One of the things on my list is to take a selfie with a bush the same height as me, or a tree the same height as me, so I'm going to keep my eyes out for that. Ooh, this is quite cool. See if I can... Here we go, behind me there's like some really cool, like, I don't know, a pile of sticks. That would be really cool den material if I were to make a den. I wonder if there's a good place around here where I could make a den. I'm going to have a look and I'll come back to you.
Okay everyone, one of the things on my list is to go off the beaten track. So here I am on the pathway, which is where you're supposed to walk. And going off the beaten track means leaving the pathway. So we're going to head off the track into the woods. Back under some leaves. One thing about going off the track is that you can find things that you can't see from the path. It's where mysteries and stories are made. Wow. The only trick is, of course, finding your way back to the path.
Okay, I found a really cool place to make a den. It's really characterful. I'm going to turn around and let you see behind me. Look at that! those are some really cool craggy trees. And I think if you were to get all these sticks that are around here, if you can see them, and you had to weave them together, you could make a really cool den. So I'm going to say tip for that one. I think I found a really cool place to make a den. Right, one of the things on this list is go off the beaten track. And I am so lost. I definitely think I'm off the beaten track. I'm looking around and all I see is trees and no path. And that's okay, that's all part of the adventure. I think sometimes, especially when you know it's a safe place like a forest and you know, you're not going to run into a car or anything, it's quite fun to go off the beaten track. But I do hope I can find Anne again. Otherwise she's going to wonder where I've got to, and yeah, I have to end up living in the forest. Well, I'll just find a good place for a den, I suppose. It's not all bad. Oh, talking about dens. Let's have a look at this. Right, fire. I'm going to turn my camera around and let you see. Now that is what I call a den. All right, I think very quickly before I have to go back to find Anne-Marie, I found a tree my height and I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see, and then I'm going to take a photo. Look, it's perfect. It's just about my height. So I think that's another one we can tick off.
Okay, now this might be stretching the definition of an interesting stick, which is something I have to acquire. But I found myself a really long, thin stick, and at first glance it might not be that interesting, but you see, I've been reading the Lockwood & Co books, where I've read the first one and I loved it. And in the Lockwood & Co books there are the main characters are ghost hunters, and they use rapiers, which are like long thin swords. And so because those books are very fresh in my mind, I think this stick would make a really good rapier. So I could pretend to be one of the main characters from the Lockwood & Co books. In fact, Lockwood himself, I think, is a very cool guy. He has a very cool coat, which, as you can see, I also have. So now I have a stick rapier, so I can go off and fend off any ghosts that we might find. So, there we go. I've got my interesting stick, and my timer has just gone off as well, which means it is time to try and find the tree stump where we began and find Sally. So I'm going to cross off interesting stick and try and find Sally. hopefully we can find her. See you in a minute. Just as I said we were going to try and find Sally, I could hear her voice. So let's go see if we can find her. There she is. Squirrel. Hello. We found Sally and a squirrel.
Where's the squirrel? I need to wait for a squirrel. Okay.
The timer's gone. Well, I have the squirrel.
Oh, where's the squirrel gone?
It's in there.
Oh, okay. Where's the squirrel?
It's probably up in the tree somewhere by now.
I see it.
Guys, I found a squirrel. Oh, where's the squirrel gone?
It's in there.
Oh, okay. Where's the squirrel? Hello, squirrel. I don't want to scare the squirrel because it's a woodland creature and it's not fair to scare it. I just want to wave to it. Where's it gone? It's in the trees. Oh, I see it. Do you see it? Can you see it up there? There's a squirrel. Hello, squirrel. I'm waving at the squirrel. Oh, it's very beautiful. Bye, squirrel. I hope you find some good nuts. Okay, I just found an Anne-Marie and we're just about to have a look and see what we found, but I just want to clarify, I just found a fungus. So I can't tick it off the list, but that is a pretty funky fungus.
Okay, everyone, we are back at the tree stumps after our allotted time. We're here to tally up the scores. We have both survived our journey in the forest. Neither of us got lost hugely, only a tiny bit. But that's good. We would just first of all like to say, look at the state of my bit of paper compared to Sally's. That's a bit of a travesty, a little bit embarrassing, but never mind.
It's a sign of a good adventure.
Definitely.
That's when you know.
All right, so let's do the scores.
Okay.
Who wants to go first? Sally's counting. Sally can go first.
Okay, I got 7.
7.
Though
Wow.
this might be contested the beaten track because I just got lost, so I just tipped
It wasn't
as...
intentional, but I think it still
Yeah.
counts.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. How
Well,
did you do it?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey!
So I think I was a little bit distracted by all of the other things that I found that were not on my list.
I think that's a good thing about being in the woods, though. Like these were just some ideas, but there are so many things to find here, and there were dens, and there were lots
Yeah.
of dens. I was really impressed, and birds,
Yep.
and all sorts. So I think, although I think I've won this
I
one.
think
Yes!
Sally has won this one.
I won one! Yay!
Finally!
But we both had an adventure.
It was really good fun.
That was really good.
Yes. All right. So we will wrap that one up there. Thank you to the lovely forest.
Thank you, Forrest.
And we hope that you've enjoyed this episode of the Ice Variety Show, and we will see you again in another video another time. Bye for now.
Here she goes. Hey! It's good. There's a nice, strong swing. I'm always a bit nervous about them, but I think this one, you chose a good one. And it's purple. There you go. Cast all your worries and your fears away and have a swing.